then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Peak flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind?
Coach, thank you. It is a beautiful night here in Southeast Texas, and the roof is open at NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
We're set. 19. At 31. Get it towards down. He's coming. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Watson throwing quickly to Hopkins. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
17's Mike. Let's go one more. Mike 17. Mike 17.
Out of the gun, Watson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. Third down here.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Watch one. Right to the line. So right from the line. Let's go.
From the gun, here's Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Armstrong. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
At the 43-yard line.
Set. 19.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
At the line.
17. Mike 17. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Watson. He's got Fuller. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, 59!
17. Hustle, hustle. Danny. 17's Mike. Mike 17. Watch twist.
To throw is Watson. And a catch made by Hopkins. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
Mike 17. Go. Watch the out.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Got an open man. It's QT. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
19! Down and go!
Big stop. Let's go. Save. Check it backer. Slam.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
It's it! 19! Hey, 31!
Fire's the mic. Front.
24! Down and go!
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. It's the fullback. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it will not be a return touchdown as close as he could possibly get. He's finally stopped at the 1.
And, partner, not only is he kicking himself right now, he's going to petition the league for 99-yard fields. That's almost not fair to get it that far and not get into the end zone. Nevertheless, a great return.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. First and goal from the 1. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
60 outlaw.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
Set. Ricky. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And Thomas has it. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 1st down, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. On 2nd down, it's Armstrong. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Set. 19. Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Alert!
Here we go. Here we go. One's the mic. Watch one. Watch one.
Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Jaguars take over first and 10. Let's go. 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. No.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Steps away to his left. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But they're certainly being aggressive here. It's like being a sprinter in a 100-meter dash, exploding out of the blocks, trying to push the ball downfield. Guaranteed this defense better be on their toes. They're going to be tested all game.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, it's Armstrong. About 3 yards there to the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Just like that. Just like that. Mike 17. Mike 17.
To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They go quickly here out to Moore. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Check, 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 check.
Let's go.
Now a handoff looking right. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Come on, set. 15, Ronnie. 15 line.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. He's got this one complete to Perriman. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Off play action, it's Minshew. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43.
Gotta like what we're seeing from him so far in this game. This is the 3rd game of the season. And he's already accumulated an AFC Offensive Player of the Week award in this young year.
Yeah, week 2 was his. The announcement came Wednesday that he got that award. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Ready? 50, plant. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Check.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
First down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Get that ball. 52's the mark, boy. 52. Watch a slap. Watch a slap.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. They'll find Everett there, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Hey, Haywood.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Minshew dancing to his left. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10.
17's Mike 17. Hey, get in the way. Switch gears. Jim.
Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 11-yard line.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up? that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield.
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Going for the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
59. Check back. Check back. Check 59. Mike is 59.
Hey, Delta. Let's make these babies cry all the way to
From the 30 on 2nd down, Minshew into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Check 6 guys.
24.
Check 3. Check nickel.
They'll run on 1st down. Armstrong. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Hey, come on now. Kill. Check 9. Kill. Big Dan, quick.
24 down, he's coming.
Check. Crunch.
Alert.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Armstrong. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 3rd and 2, Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
3 down. Check. 3 down. 7 Mike 17. Rabbit.
Hey, son!
Mike 17. Watch the screen.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to.
Finish the set. 18. 124.
I'm coming. 17's Mike. Mike 17.
Time to go.
On first down, it's Watson. He gets it to Thomas. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And a give this time to the tailback. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Back, back, back.
Hey, alert, alert. 55. Time to go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Armstrong. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down?
Ricky.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because...
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Mike 17. I got it.
Watson throwing quickly to Hopkins. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
High 31.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Echo.
3 down.
Time to go.
17's Mike. Mike 17. Let's go.
Time to go.
From the gun, here's Watson. Being chased out left. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Houston, all even as we get ready to start the 4th. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
I'm going to run you over.
Watson now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Go. Mike 17, Mike 17.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Mike 17. Rip left. Mike 17.
Out of the gun, Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the 1st down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Shift. Kill. Turn up.
Give me pass. Line up. Time to go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll keep it on the ground. Armstrong. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. And Lutz puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
He'll look to throw. Steps away, and that's incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Got it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, some strong running. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Missed tackles may doom this team.
I just had a bad flashback. That's why I'm sitting up here with you right now. You've got to tackle him inbounds. You've got to wrap him up.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
60 or.
It's going to be a long distance.
He will push his way down to about the 14. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
70, Indy.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard
Set.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Jacksonville, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? How about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, start the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it, how about it? Rep for your prom, for your post, your poppin', your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, them are not the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, it's to get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze, I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or I'm dead. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving it soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Let's go. First off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, this way.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I am a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milkers burning my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it slow. I'm sturdy as hell, it's a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs and hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Give everyone dogs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Wings of the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020, yeah. VVS, Clarity, yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice, taking notice, taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man. Odell with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man. Odell with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey. I run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now